Okay, I've got 2:30, so we'll call this meeting to order. Notice of the meeting was properly posted on Thursday, January 26th. Item number 3 is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of December 12th, 2016. Was that a regular meeting?
It was.
It was?
Yeah,
Okay.
early.
Or do I look at Danny, who has no idea? Okay, do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of December 12th. All in favor?
Aye.
Take for just a moment, and as a couple more members arrive, take for just a moment to welcome our new county clerk, and we're very pleased to have you, Mr. Hooten. So, welcome to Oklahoma County, and welcome to the Oklahoma County Retirement Board.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
All right, continuing on, items number 4 through 8 are consent items, routine in nature. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. To approve.
We have a motion and a second to approve. If there are no questions, all in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Item number 9, discussion and possible action for approval for a defined benefit survivor spouse retirement for Lou Irene Miller to be effective, it was effective, or would be effective December 1st, retroactive December 1st.
Move we approve her.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any comments, questions? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. That was Melvin. She with. Item number 10, discussion and possible action for approval for a defined contribution retirement and health benefits for Ronnie Ward to be effective December 30th, 2016. All in order?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Move we approve it.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. No further questions? All in favor? Motion carries. Item 11, discussion possible action for defined contribution retirement and health benefits for Stephen Bennett.
Everything's in order.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor? Number 12, discussion and possible action for approval for a defined contribution retirement and health benefits for Carolyn Caudell, effective January 3rd. I know that one's in order.
Motion to approve.
There you go. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 13, discussion and possible action for approval for defined contribution retirement and health benefits for Danella Epps, to be effective January 24th.
Motion approved.
Okay, it's in order. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 14, discussion and possible action for approval of a defined contribution retirement for Freddie Byford. Again, in order. Okay.
Move the item.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve as presented. All in favor? Item number 15, discussion and possible action for approval of a defined contribution for Randy Moore. Again,
Everything's in order. Motion to approve.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve as submitted. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. As soon as I turn the page, we'll move right along. Item number 16, discussion and possible action to receive the monthly updated Okie forfeiture account activity and projections. Item requested by Mr. Hooten, Secretary of the Board. Hello, Danny.
Good afternoon. All right, we ended the month of December with a balance of $733,000 in the forfeiture account. We have forfeitures totaling $67,000. We're in the month of December. Projecting out the rest of the year, we should end the year with a balance of $1,138,000. Just a reminder, last year we redirected $800,000 out of this forfeiture account to the defined benefit plan, and it was on the agenda February last year to start discussions of that. So I would propose that we start discussions on the redirection this month as well.
Okay, what was in the February last year? Was it for $800,000?
The item was up to $1.2 million.
Oh, up to 1.2, okay.
$800,000. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, we put it on the agenda for half of $400,000 for next month. Put it on the agenda.
Okay, to actually move $400,000 next month?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a little specific. Weren't you just considering the entire amount?
I'm sorry, what? I thought we were told we had to put the amount of money that we were gonna redirect it on any one month.
Because I think what you're proposing is we do like 400,000 next month,
And then a
and
couple
then
months
as the year,
later.
a couple months
Yeah.
later, see where we're at and
Yeah.
propose some more.
Yeah,
We can do that, can't we? Okay, yeah, I like that approach.
That's what we, in the election going on.
Yeah, I think last year that we actually did up to and then broke it down later, but I like that approach. Okay, so, Madam Secretary, if you would please ensure that that agenda item's on for next month. Anything else on the Oki account?
move we accept the document.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the document as presented. All in favor? Motion passes. Item number 17, quarterly statement for the defined benefit retirement plan quarterly report for the quarter that ended December 31st. Again, requested by the county clerk.
And this is just a standard report. I don't have anything to add unless you have any questions about it.
Move we accept the report.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to accept. All in favor? Motion passes. Danny, with the passage of this, then the clerk's office will include this with the retirement checks and notices to our defined benefit people. That's how it gets distributed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Item number 18, comments from Mr. Keith Block, member of the Oklahoma County Retirement Board regarding a letter sent to the DA's office. Mr. Block?
Okay, Mr. Chairman, Acting Chairman, and other members of the board, and all the people here sitting here, as a member of this board, this is the first time I've asked to address the group as an agenda item. I've sat on this board for over 25 years, and I normally don't ask to be heard, but I did this time. I feel that it's part of an observation that I feel that needs to be addressed, and I feel we should talk about. First, my position on the retirement board is to serve the county, but also to serve the employees of this county. Employees is what make this government run. Employees range from elected officials to the rank and file who will run the day-to-day operations of this county. Second, when vetting out a vendor for a DC plan, service needs to be a top priority on the list. Fees charged by vendors are important, but it appears that vendors have hidden charges and additional fees for loads the participants have taken. This is all part of a process that we went through. Third, since I started on this board, it was always understood that this board's actions are always approved by the Board of County Commissioners. Back in November, this board voted and to recommend to the Board of County Commissioners the current vendor. This vote has become an issue. I take personal exception to the fact that, as a group, and other members were notified directly through proper channels of letters to the chairman and to the district attorney claiming the board did not act in the best interest of this county. These letters were forwarded to me from other parties who did not write them, nor did they had been leaked to them. These were not official documents. Making a statement that's detrimental to this retirement board and all of us who serve, as I believe, is not in our best interest. I understand correspondence between the commissioners and the DA is considered privileged, and I consider the correspondence vital to the operations of the board. Lastly, in the best interest of the county, I feel that this situation needs to come to a head and needs to be addressed in the future. I feel this county and this board serves our constituents, which happens to be the rank and file employees of this county. I felt that after the things that went on in December and early January, I felt I needed to make this statement. I felt that after reading some of the information, I felt as a member of this board had taken it in the teeth. And I feel that we work as a group. I feel that we have worked in the best interest of the county, and though we disagree here publicly on a lot of different issues, at the end of the day, we walk out of here as a unit, as a cooperating unit, and making sure that the future of the employees are taken care of. I did not ask for this to be something to be addressed. It is my own opinion. It's an opinion of one person. No one's asking for any other comment. It's just my opinion, and I appreciate the fact that I've gotten a chance to say it. And I hope I don't have to do it again after serving how many more years you guys put me on here. Thank you.
All right. Agenda item indicates there's no discussion required, so
Is discussion allowed?
No. No.
There you go.
no discussion. All right, board, should we vote to receive the comments, or just that the item is closed? The item's closed, the comments are on the board, all right? On the record. Okay, no further action required on number 18. Thank you, Mr. Block. Number 19, discussion possible action to approve Reginald Mitchell's unforeseeable emergency distribution request from his Mass Mutual 457, and is requested again by the County Clerk, Secretary of the Retirement Board. Do we have any information on that?
We do. We received some information from Mass Mutual, and Virginia's here with Mass Mutual to discuss it as well.
Do we have any written information?
I do. I have some packets to pass.
Whoa, wait a second.
Do we have to go to,
I thought we had to do this in
An
executive
executive session,
session.
we have in the past. You do not.
No. The distinction is that if the board will be receiving or discussing personal information, then you would take it in executive session. If it is a general discussion as to why he's making his request, it is an open session. I discussed this with the clerks of the board. They checked, and they've relayed to me that no personal, financial, or medical information is going to be discussed or presented. It's just the facts as to why he wants his emergency distribution.
But we will be at the conclusion of this.
But the only thing, there's not necessarily mentioned to be there.
Well, it's related to a financial matter that we
It's all
relate.
related to financial.
All right. If it's general in that this employee has some financial issues, and this is the basis for seeking relief, that's not confidential. If you're going into his banking statements or anything like that, then it would be protected.
This board has a policy that requires a doctor's statement from two people regarding that emergency to get the money out of it. Otherwise, we're in violation potentially of IRS regulations. You can't just take money out of,
They're telling me it's not a medical requirement. It's not based
So
on...
there's several reasons that you can take a request or request emergency withdrawal, and one of those on the list, IRS approved list, is a foreclosure. So that's the reason for the request, and then the second backup reason is to allow the board to approve this request is if he can't get the funds another way. He's already made a request through financial institutions and has been denied, so he's in the middle of a foreclosure. And that's why the request has been made, and then he's submitted documentation proving both circumstances: A, that the foreclosure is imminent, and then B, that he can't get the financial backup from the bank or a loan from the bank.
that's a discussion that needs to be in executive
I
session.
agree. How do we decide?
I mean, I don't care if we have to meet next week, that needs to be an executive session.
And I take it from this that it's very time sensitive. In other words, he needs to know soon.
Correct.
What's the definition of soon? Like today, tomorrow, next week?
Is there any reason to not go to executive session?
It's not posted.
It's not posted.
Oh, okay.
And we discussed this prior to the meeting.
I think it was
It
posted
was-
earlier,
it was
and they
at-
changed
at-
it.
No, I changed it to ensure that, to ask whether or not the board would be discussing or viewing citizens' documents. I was told no.
Well, you asked me that.
No, I said so.
But there's no sensitive outside of the foreclosure letter.
That's not what you wanted.
Yeah, that's what we discussed, and so that's it.
What about the potential letters from bankers and whatever that are required by our rules?
There's no confidential information on there, just said that he was denied. Is it like a general letter?
Are you comfortable that we can review this, your attorney, in this open session and take action on it?
I have not seen the letters, but
Okay. Do you want this?
who has the letters?
Who's got the letters?
Okay, there's some things in here that are indeed confidential, so, I think you could qualify under executive session, but you can't because it's not.
But again, this is very time sensitive.
Correct.
And so if we want, go ahead.
Virginia, as the Mass Mutual representative, the Mass Mutual plan has certain requirements for unforeseen withdrawal, emergency withdrawal.
Correct.
Does he meet those with what he submitted to you?
He needs the hardship for the home being in foreclosure. What the Mass Mutual account manager told me, and I do not have it in the memo form, but it is that the unforeseeable emergency withdrawal request form no longer requires that the participant provide 2 commercial loan denial documents, because loan denials have become a burden on the participant many times because of their evidence on the credit report now, and could further damage the participant's ability to return their credit scores to the status enjoyed prior to the hardship or unforeseeable emergency. However, it is your decision as plan sponsor whether that commercial loan denial documents are necessary in order to approve the hardship. And I do know we have one, and I understand that he has hashed out the loan provisions with the necessary.
Okay, so if it's under your plan, if it's under your discretion to review those documents, and that is your policy, as Mr. Rabbit says, and then you do need to go to executive session.
Okay, the reason that, my understanding and my recollection is the reason that we address this as the retirement board is because of the IRS implications. Because if it's pulled, it can become a taxable event depending upon how it's handled. And that's why that we normally have had, had discussions. And I don't know that I ever recall one where we weren't in executive session. But regardless, so council recommends that after reviewing the documents that we do address this in an executive session. 48 hours, if we were to get it posted by 4 o'clock this afternoon. Council, that would work?
I think 48 hours for a session meeting.
All right, so if we could post it by 4 o'clock, and then what is today, Monday, so we would meet by 4 o'clock Wednesday afternoon? Okay, all we need to do is get 5 people. Then the chair would request that the county clerk would post a special meeting to handle this hardship, for executive session, handle hardship, suggesting that it would be 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay. Any further action to be taken on this? Seeing none, I don't think so. Okay, now, the next item says, board comments from the elected officials. That should be the board. Can we have any board members who want to make comments, or are David and I the only one that's going to be allowed to make comments?
I think that what she did was she divided, to be board comments in the entire
Okay.
board.
So, and then
And
you and I get a chance to comment twice. Okay.
I mean,
This is how it's listed on the BLCC agenda, and that's, I was told to take it from how it's listed on there.
Yeah, but the BOCC, the members of the BOCC are all elected officials.
oh, well, I think it got merged, because board comments on the county commissioners meeting would just be the board.
All right, so members can
I'll
comment.
read it probably, but it's the.
All right, that's what I'm looking for. Mr. Hooten, do you have any comments?
No.
CD?
Can I ask a question?
Sure. Quite have a question.
Can I say one more comment since I said no, I wouldn't make any comment? Thank you all for letting me be here today, first of all, and as far as what is causing us to have the executive session meeting in 48 hours, I will look into it, and if we didn't do something correctly, I will take care of it.
No, I'll visit with you about that.
All right, thank you. Now I'm finished.
One comment, I know this gentleman, and I'm prepared, it's an emergency, I'm prepared today to make a motion, we approve it, but I'll be here at 4 o'clock Wednesday. I'd just like to ask a question, to my knowledge, that nothing has been done on the vote this board took to have Invest Trust continue.
Okay,
Is that correct?
To business item, under board comments.
We can't what now?
Go into business items.
We can't do a business item under board comments.
What good does it do to sit on this board? I'm elected by the employees.
You can put an agenda item if you want to discuss a particular business item, but you cannot wait for board comments to do it.
I was trying to find out if anything's been done to what this board voted on, or is it still in limbo?
Can we ask that question?
I will tell you nothing has been done.
Okay. That's the answer. Okay. That's the answer. Any other comments, PD?
I probably wouldn't be allowed to comment, so I'll just keep quiet.
Could we add an agenda item to the next meeting for discussion and a report from the district attorney's office on what has been done, or where we currently stand on our vote to elect Invest Trust as our manager?
Okay. Ken?
I don't know. I don't feel like that I'm qualified to comment on that.
Okay. Okay, we're still going around just any comments at all, so. Okay.
I already said my piece. I got my agenda item in, so I said my piece.
Steve?
No, thank you.
Mr. Lapp? And the chair has none. Citizen participation. Is there any citizen who wishes to address the Board of Trustees of the Employment Require System? May do so at this time. Seeing none, is there any new business in accordance with the Open Meetings Act defined as any matter not known about or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time of posting the agenda? Does anyone have anything they think would qualify as new business they'd like to bring up? Any members? Seeing none, we have a motion to adjourn. Have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.